The good news is we're almost at 10,000 subscribers. The Rated R Cars fam is the best fam on YouTube.
If you're new here and you like Mustangs, motorcycles, and man tech, help us hit that 10,000 subscriber mark. If you're already subscribed, you can hit that thumbs up to help the channel.
We're also eligible for super thanks now, so you can hit that thanks button and buy yours truly a coffee, or donate more and 100% will be invested back in the channel for better equipment and better content. You guys rock. That said, I've got some bad news, boys and girls. Our beloved Mustang GT is unfortunately going to be discontinued within 5 years and replaced with a Mach-E based all-electric vehicle. That said, to be fair, I'm going to keep an open mind here. I'm sure that Ford's going to make an excellent EV to replace the Mustang. I'm sure of it. But I'm going in voicing my concerns in this article. Concerns I know the vast majority of the Rated R Cars family and I share. I'm a multiple Mustang owner, I'm mad as heck, and the poop is about to hit the fan. This is a family-friendly channel, so we have to say poop instead of the S word, and we have to say heck instead of HE double hockey sticks. That said, this video is likely to offend many people, but every single one of them are libs. No! And boys, once again, instead of looking at this mug, let's take a ride. Commenting on an article from AutoWeek here, whose sources say the Gen 7 S650 Mustang to debut in Detroit next month will be going away in 2028 and replaced by a full EV model. Okay, Ford, I have a problem with replacing the Mustang with an all-electric vehicle. In all seriousness, who out of all of your consumers is asking for this? Which one of your Mustang buyers is begging you to get rid of everything that makes a Mustang and replace it with a quiet, diminutive sports car? We can get a quiet sports car experience anywhere else, like literally anywhere. It's called a Tesla, or really any non-V8 vehicle. I mean, I'd buy a Miata if I wanted a quiet but awesome sports car. Here, let me do your consumer research for you for free. We buy Mustangs because Mustang. For the growl of the V8 engine, the smell of the exhaust, for the feel of oil on our hands as we work underneath our cars, the grit under our fingernails, to change up the exhaust notes with a Roush axleback or full-blown naturally aspirated system from intake to headers to beautiful burnt finished exhaust tips. We want supercharged burnouts, twin turb skis. We want to crash into crowds. Did I just say that out loud? Anyway, Ford, have you forgotten what a Mustang is? No, I know exactly what you're doing. You're changing up your brand to pander to the liberal loons and cater to the Generation Z pronoun pushers, thereby extending your middle finger to your core consumer base. And guess what? You're gonna fail if you don't change gears. And no, I don't mean with a little dial shifter. A full EV Mustang GT is like ordering a mouth-watering pizza, but getting a boring old sandwich instead. No, it's more like getting a cow chip nestled between two sweaty cow butt cheeks. Anyway, let me pause this commentary to actually start the article. You know your hosts, we get feisty sometimes. When CEO Jim Farley told Wall Street analysts at Ford Motor Company's second quarter earnings report that an all-new Mustang would be unveiled at the Detroit Auto Show next month, he left unanswered whether it would include a much-rumored hybrid version. The answer, according to industry sources, is no, but a battery-electric Mustang based on the Mach-E's platform will make its debut mid-2028 to replace what will be the last internal combustion model. So mark your calendars, people, we only have 5 more years of real Mustangs left. Auto Forecast Solutions, which is a premier provider of global automotive forecasting databases, business planning solutions, and concierge-level support for the automotive industry, reports that the last gas-powered Mustang begins production in March 2023 as the 2024 model, a similar timeline for the departing Dodge Challenger and Charger. The Mustang Mach-E, which is sold out for the 2022 model year, easily offsets the ICE Mustang's carbon emissions, so there's no need for a hybrid.
But we love to talk about carbon offset.
What, so that all snowflake leaders can fly their private jets to Davos, aka a Swiss ski resort, to waste taxpayer money and blab about nothing? You know how much CO2 a private jet puts out? Apparently a lot less than my Corsa X-Pipe. 5 model years is just half the life cycle of the current Ford Mustang, which premiered for 2015, and the 2015-14 model prior to that. But accelerated replacement of gas and diesel-powered models seems to be the way of the automotive world since electric vehicle development began to accelerate in response to aggressive net zero emissions goals by various governments and corporations, aka pansy pencil pushers. EVs make up about 6% of US auto sales, up from less than 2% prior to the coronavirus pandemic. So, 6% of people have EVs, half probably for the novelty or virtue signaling. There are no chargers anywhere, and Ford is killing the naturally aspirated Mustang in place of an EV. Just making sure I'm following this right. The 2024 Mustang has been in development for much of the last decade and will be based on the rear-wheel drive architecture of the Explorer and Lincoln Aviator. Those Those SUVs went from a front-wheel drive transverse engine platform to a longitudinal engine, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive to give the new Mustang architecture sufficient volume for the budget. This news may upset some baby boomers for whom Lee Iacocca developed the original Mustang, which launched in April 1964. Fans of the car took up a letter-writing campaign in the mid-80s to stop Ford's plans to replace the Fox body Mustang with a new front-wheel drive V6 model that instead became the 1989 Probe. But a Mustang EV has more of a future with Gen Z customers. Wait, upset baby boomers? Are you kidding? How about baby boomers and Generation X and millennials who also buy Mustangs for what they are? You're changing 60 years of Mustang for Generation Z? 8 to 24-year-olds? Can they even afford your likely $60,000+ base model Mustang EV? Never mind the cowboys. Where has all the thinking gone at Ford? The full EV Mustang will be based on the Mach-E platform. CEO Farley told investment analysts in July's Q2 conference call that Ford is not developing dedicated EV platforms like General Motors' Ultium battery architecture. Ford announced in 2017 it would add a hybrid powertrain to the Mustang based on the current model for 2020, and obviously that did not happen. Ford has since developed EVs from conventional internal combustion transit vans and F-150s. While the Mustang Mach-E is assembled in Mexico with a Chinese-built battery pack, aka All-American, the current Mustang's Flat Rock, Michigan assembly plant is the expected factory for the latest ICE model and first BEV model, according to one source who says the plant would not have enough capacity to build both versions at the same time. However, we'd expect low-volume, high-performance ICE Shelby Mustangs to be built toward the end of the 2028 production and hit showrooms late in the year, aka the last Shelbys ever, unless they start strapping a bunch of AA batteries on and trying to pass that off as a supercharger. Goodbye, Shelby. Nice knowing you. The Mach-E architecture very likely offers battery chemistry and technology that would better maximize performance and range in an EV Mustang compared with an ICE-based model. Expect a lower, sleeker two-door body versus the Mach-E, which already comes standard as a rear-wheel drive model. No Probe issues here. Wait, better range? On a car everyone is going to drive with a lead foot? Try 20 miles for the range. Okay, anyway, this is also certainly bad news for the multi-gazillion-dollar aftermarket, which are going to be forced to stop developing fun, performance-enhancing products and instead work on cosmetic parts and maybe battery components and lighter wires or whatever? Yay. So one poignant comment here from a commenter on the article. What a mistake. They have the opportunity to dominate the muscle car market for years. If they get rid of the V8, the GT I currently own will be the last Ford product I buy. This man has a great point. Ford could have owned the muscle car market by keeping the V8 Mustang. They could have monopolized it, but they aren't if this article is true, and we know it is given the state of the world. One more comment on point. This commenter said, and I quote, "No one is thinking correctly. The majority of consumers don't want this." Yes, I fully agree with this comment as it echoes what I said earlier. No one is asking for a full EV Mustang. Look, we have a Mach-E here at Rated R Cars, and it's a great car to go get groceries. We love the Mach-E. It's nice, but I never consider it an actual Mustang. Again, I want to keep an open mind here, guys. I'm sure the all-EV Mustang will be something special, but I'm also sure it will not be the Mustang we've all loved for 60 years. Please share your comments below, and always remember the motto, always be kinder than necessary, and I'll see you in the next one.